spot because they just got a victory over Use and Fozy. So we had an SA team knock out an SA player, and that was a 3-0 as well. That's when I looked at Use and Fozy and we're like, wow, they really, at least it seemed like they kind of struggled today. But Wess and Lores struggled earlier today as well. They were just not playing as well as I would have expected them to against Blue and Kresu. They got 3-1'd, and Blue and Kresu were playing well, but it seemed like Wess and Lores just weren't playing together.
Yeah, no. And I do just want to take a quick moment to mention that it says winner's bracket at the bottom, but yeah, it is Elimination quarterfinals that we're watching right now. So this is a high-stake game, ladies and gentlemen. This is to get into top 4 as well.
That is correct. It will be a top 8 or a top 4 on the elimination side of the bracket. First stocks on the red team. Both members of them lost them to Wess and Lores. So they maybe are coming back into the fold. They had some time. They had some games that they had to play to really get warmed up and figure out how to play together. Because there was a lot of team damage coming out earlier in their previous set that we saw on the main stream. So we'll see what they have going forward. That's going to be a full double knockout there going the way of Neeze.
Yeah, key moment. Really, really important to get those stocks off. But now you got to try to cling on to your own as well. And they are falling behind here.
Neeze sent over to the edge. Oh, Wess was expecting a pop-up maybe from Lores, or at least a jump to come out from the red team member so we could grab that neutral signature. Lores, he expected Neeze to be high over there as well with the GC side signature, missed on that, but Wess was able to take off the top, and then he confirmed the full team wipe. It wasn't technically a double KO, but it was a double KO nonetheless.
Really, really good game so far from Wess and Lores, and it looks like they're committing on Godly here on the right side as well. Wess just trying to keep it up and up and up. They don't have a cool. They're not chilling at all.
No.
There's so much aggression happening here.
Yeah, Wess is pushing really hard. Lores has been the one kind of maintaining stage control there while Wess just goes bananas mode off stage. And it's been working really well for them so far. It's 4 stocks to 2. You saw the side sig coming out. No one was near it enough. Was able to turn that around, get the KO on the left side, and now all of a sudden it's Neeze in the 1v2. He's in the red. He's looking at 4 stocks from Lores and Wess. This is the Lores and Wess I expected earlier as they clean that one up. Just a little bit over 2 minutes. That was all it took for Wess and Lores. Something between the previous set that they played on the main stage and the moment right now has changed for them. They seem together, they seem moisturized, they're ready, they're in their own lane, and they're feeling good. Yeah,
they're definitely feeling good. This is a completely different Lores and Wess. This is really, really high level gameplay. That's about that.
And I mean, this is also Godly and Neeze. They're coming off of a tough loss against Escrape and Machete, where towards the end, Godly, he wasn't really finding any massive momentum on either of his weapons. And in the beginning of the set, I mean, one of the things Tazza and Duke were talking about were the gauntlets of Godly. And they just really started to fall off as the set went on. It feels like his cannon isn't necessarily where it should be, and I think he agrees, which is why he's swapping over onto the Dhalsim.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, as we also mentioned, we are getting into like the final hours of the tournament. These players are probably getting tired.
Yep, absolutely.
Which is a massive, massive factor to keep in mind right now. But so far, this start is looking a little bit better for Neeze and Godly. They're able to keep some stage control here now.
So one of the things that Wess and Lores were doing earlier was it was actually Rayman and Kaya. And now Wess is swapped over onto the Tesca, and actually Godly is swapping onto the Rayman for his team. So we're seeing some similar thoughts, but at different moments in time throughout the day. The first stock loss is going to be Neeze. Godly just barely holding on with all of that Rayman defense. Neeze coming back in fresh on this stock.
Oh, that's big. Oh, that's so big for Lores and Wess. It could have been bigger, but they still got some important damage off of that.
Oh, a little bit of an interruption there, a little bit of team damage coming out. Lores is going to fall, but it's just on first stock. And they actually end up getting Godly out as well, all at the same time. So that was Lores and Wess lost their first, then Neeze finally lost his first. Oh, that was a great interrupt because Wess picked him up when he was in orange. I don't know if that would have been a KO, but it potentially could be, or it could have set up into the edge guard. That would have been the KO.
Yeah, that interrupt was absolutely crazy. Now Godly and Neeze just tiptoeing around the stage, trying to cling onto these stocks. They are finding some conversions here and there, some good damage, and they are keeping it a lot more even this time around compared to first game.
I really thought Lores was going to have enough active frames on that neutral signature to get through the spot dodge that I think was Neeze. I can't remember which one it was.
Ooh, good signature as well. Oh, tried to follow it up. That would have been really, really good.
Oh, Lores, potential edge guard. Missed the second dare.
Oh, but he turns it around. Nice. I was about to say, like, Godly is super stuck there, but he's able to find his way out of it, and he finds the knockout as well. And just like that, one good play. If you look at the scoreboard there, this is looking a lot better. That's all it takes.
Now they do have the potential to knock out Godly pretty quickly. That neutral light, even though it was on the top soft platform, didn't have enough on it. It's going to be the low strength of Kaya.
So they're just going for
Rayman
Neeze
as well.
They're just going for Neeze.
They could absolutely just focus on him, bully him out of the game. That means this cleanup potentially could happen here. He's going to retreat over to the wall, gets caught, the GC in light, and that is going to be it.
That's a crazy option. Super, super good. Now Godly in this 1v2. It is an incredibly difficult 1v2. You're against Wess and Loris, but Godly, I wouldn't count him out.
There is a little bit of team damage coming out from both members of the blue team. They have some room to go, though. They're at the damage lead at this point. Godly does have the axe. I don't know if he's wanting to switch up. I think if he's playing off stage, he probably wishes he had gauntlets in his hands. There is a weapon spawn on the field, but it's all the way on the right side. He's able to get past them. Yeah, he immediately swaps over to gauntlets. That's what I expected.
Oh yeah, but that's no options. That's out. But a closer game than last time around. Wess and Loris, they're on 2-0 right now. And Godly and Neeze need to win 3 matches in a row. That is a situation that no one wants to be put in. But Neeze and Godly, they've been getting closer for every single game. I feel like they haven't lost hope.
The swap over to the Tesca is working so well for Wess and Lores, and it's not just like he's playing better Brawlhalla. He is playing better Brawlhalla. He's also playing better as a teammate alongside Lores. The same goes for Lores as well. He's playing as a better teammate than Wess than he was earlier today. But the swap specifically over to the boots. The boots signatures, he's using them really well. He's picking them up almost all the time. I would love to see the percentage of hit on his signature usage there.
And it's also, I feel like it's a very strong weapon at singling out your opponent as well. Which is like, I feel like, you know, Wess and Lores, of course, they have amazing 2v2 synergy, but they also, especially Wess, he's really, really good at just singling someone out and basically ending their stock.
And we're seeing a complete team swap for Neeze and Godly off of the Chronics over to the Wushang and the Orion. Of course, Godly coming in with the Avatar Aang. Already starting off so much better than the previous games.
Oh, what is that?
Wess hit a beautiful down air, forcing Godly under the stage.
And Loris committed to that ground pound as well. That could have been super dangerous, but Godly is going to be able to make it back up. Now, and he's using his new opportunity very well, able to get a knockout very, very quickly there. Now, Neeze, good trade, good revenge hit. They're playing a lot of winning positions right now.
Godly is incorporating that, specifically the neutral signature, but signatures in general more into his gauntlets. And how is he doing so much better with these gauntlets on the Wushang compared to the Onyx earlier? It seems like a completely different person playing these gauntlets. They're amazing.
I'm not sure, dude, but I like what I'm seeing. These legend swaps are working out incredibly well. 1 minute into the game, Wess is red on that second stock, and Loris is fresh on that second one. This is a completely different team.
Let's see if they can get the full wipe here. And there it is. 1 for Lores, 1 for Neeze. Wess has to be careful with the damage that he takes. Oh, he doesn't actually get that weapon spawn. Neeze snakes it away.
Oh, and he's able to get that end light as well when he's actually able to get that weapon. The double spear, man. The double spear is so difficult to play against.
Yeah, I almost like his gauntlets are doing really well right now, so I'm really curious what the spear is looking like for Gauntlet, or for Godly. I'm sorry, I was about to call him Gauntlet. Which is a very apt name, the way he's been playing so far.
A fair mistake.
Ooh, that's going to be the dodge burn after that GC neutral signature from Godly. He's going to fall. He's on his final stock. Ooh. The red team has to be careful. This game, it was definitely in their favor, and it could go against them here pretty quickly. If Lores does a good job with his survivability, he ends up getting knocked into the GCD signature from Neeze.
A good signature. Oh, and the double spear combos coming out. They were able to get like two, 3 hits there. Nothing massive, but good damage nonetheless. Now just patrolling the ground with these spears and the LANs. Loris and Wess, they're so good at just finding those combos. Like in the middle of the action, they're just like, all right, pause, let's do a combo.
Nice D-Light into the recovery. Godly doesn't hit the recovery in time to interrupt Lores from getting the final actual recovery hit onto Neeze that sent him into the blast zone. Definitely all is not lost for the blue team, but they are at a significant disadvantage here. There's Wess grabbing the signature. Oh, no!
That's a big signature from Neeze as well. And Godly is ahead of Loris, so he's able to get back, but it gets knocked out by the recovery.
Wow.
It's a 1v2 now for the Dream. Neeze is still left alive. 1 versus 2, and the teammate gets the Serin! It's a 1v1 now.
Lores wins the 1v1, and it's a 3-0.
Oh, there it
is.
is. Neeze hits it. And the set is alive.
Lores did 730 damage that game. I wasn't able to catch the numbers on the red team before all things were said and done. I would imagine it was a little bit more split because Neeze was doing a fantastic job and Godly was doing a fantastic job as well. That's why they were able to clutch that one out. And man, we got ourselves a set here, Pauly.
Yeah, we do.
3, 2, 1.
It's hard. It's very, very hard to say how well they're going to be able to keep this up now. Lores and Wess, they had such a dominant and amazing showing earlier about Godly and Neeze. I mean, as we said, it's a different team. They're playing completely differently now, and it's going extremely well for them. So far, this start is definitely in the favor of Lores and Wess, though.
I'm trying to look up Godly's legend information. Yeah, it's like his 12th most leveled legend is Wushang, level 44, but man, he is playing this legend so well. Like, obviously level 44 is still like a lot of time on the legend, but like his spear's looking really good. His gauntlets are of course looking amazing.
But you can think of it as like, that's 44 levels of figuring out the signatures.
Yeah.
Because if you're a good player, you already know the gauntlets and spear. Like, you're not gonna need levels on a legend to know how to play that.
Yeah, I didn't know Orion was his third most, so that's where some of that spear experience comes from as well.
Godly lands?
Yeah. I can't imagine. That's probably nightmare fuel, brother.
Probably.
Especially in this meta.
Oh, good hit coming out from Lores. What just happened there at the top of the screen?
It was confusion.
A lot of confusion.
And it was a stock loss.
Fairly even across the board, though. Wess tried to punish Godly off stage, but he's gonna get stuck down himself. There's the big signature, but they get the instant revenge hit, and they're keeping it completely even. Now, short 1v1 between Godly and Lores. Just a simple trade, nothing less, nothing more.
Notice how Wess was going up against Godly on the right side, and he completely backed up because he wanted to be next to Lores. He wanted to have his teammate there as support.
Oh, that's
and even right
big.
now, you see him moving slowly over. He's making sure Neeze isn't getting up to any shenanigans over there, just like running behind him, hitting him with the side air. But he was still moving more towards Lores so he could be near his teammate.
And that's such a good job of like treating lands, right? Because especially you do not want a lands to sneak up on you, get inside your front lines and start throwing out his aerials.
It was almost like he was running away from a Boo in Mario, where like if you turn around and look at him, he stops moving. He puts his hands over his eyes and stops moving.
Now the Godly and Neeze are in quite a good spot. Lores doesn't have a weapon.
That D-Light interrupted the gravity cancel D-Light, and that would have gone into the recovery from Wess. That would have been a KO off the top. Eventually, they did take Neeze out, and they're able to take Godly out as well.
Oh, this is dangerous. This is so dangerous. Neeze, that's so much damage.
Interrupt from Godly instantly. He spawned back in, unarmed recovery to stop what Wess was about to do to his teammate.
Very, very good indeed, but that's still all the way down to orange. But it looks like Godly's returning the favor, hitting Wess with the double D-Light, and he's keeping it up. Godly's barely been... he's not struggling right now.
Oh, that could be huge!
Scratch that. Oh my god. And that's Neeze out as well.
Wow.
And that's a set.
Wow. I thought that there was no world that the KO on Godly was going to happen on the left side. That came out so early. Oh my goodness. I keep wanting to call him Neeze and Lores because I'm still living in the past of Dreamhack Dallas with the incredible performance that Neeze and Lores put out. But I'm going to have to get used to saying Wess and Lores soon because